It's 2022.
The twos of the twos.
Yep.
22s.
It's a good
and this
year.
year we will get all the twos, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good year for people who like it when the dates all line up, because we're going to get the 2 of the 2 on the 2nd of February.
And if I'm correct, the 2nd of February is a two stay.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, it's 2-2-2-2-2.
No,
It's a
isn't.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, damn.
Wow. We'll have to scrub that from the records. It goes in the Apocrypha in the Vatican.
Never happened.
Never to be seen again.
We just got to skip a day.
Yeah, 99, 100. No, one day, skip a day. Anyway. The next 2 Tuesday is not for many months. It's in August. Oh. So we could just defer February until August. Well, August is the 8th month, and if bits of an 8 fall off, it can become a 2 if you squash it down onto the floor. So, agreed? Good. Right, we all agree. Excellent. So what have we got? Well, we have a quorum. We could do TV of the year if everyone's got their...
No, I can't because it's all on my PC.
Oh, shit.
God's sake.
Oh, no.
Actually, wait. I may... Let me just check if I emailed them to myself, because I swear I did.
Oh.
Let's just check. It's a moment of truth.
At the very worst, we can discuss the New Year's episode briefly.
Oh, yes, of course.
I don't think there... You normally find the better the episode was, the less we have to take the piss out of or be mean about, so it won't be as extensive a review, I don't think.
There is one thing I haven't watched our reaction yet. But there was one thing that I did notice at the time that we were talking about someone else, so I never said it, and then I just forgot about it, but I've remembered since.
Yeah.
Well, I do it.
Well, should we hold it off if we do an actual review?
Yes. And I've got some other news of the world later on as well.
Ooh, I do have it. Huzzah.
Oh, huzzah.
What year were we on?
Reach over and get a drink.
Oh, reach around.
What year were we on? I can't remember.
It's 2022 at the moment.
No, for the podcast TV thing.
Do you know what? I actually have no idea. Did we do...
I don't remember.
Did we do 2000?
It's the year after Digimon.
Digimon Adventure, yes.
2001.
Are we on? Yeah, I believe
we're on
it's
2000. 2000.
Oh, 2000 it is, okay.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was the year after Digimon.
So Digimon was 99.
Oh, okay, so I need to edit my one because I must have gotten confused.
Although, Digimon Adventure 02 was this year.
Whoa, spoilers.
Which might be what you were thinking of, Alex, possibly. You can always bleep that, Chris.
I think I looked at... Oh, no, yeah, I must have been 02 that I was thinking of, yeah. Sorry. Continue.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
How much of that got beeped?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Alex? And we can stop you if you say something that came out in 2001.
Okay, yeah. So 2000. That's my mentions. Honorable mentions. My Hero. Did anyone ever watch that?
Okay, we're good. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank God. I swear, no one else.
I can't pronounce it.
Yeah. Because I still occasionally...
I can't pronounce his name properly. It's like Ardal O'Hanlon.
I mean, it's just Ardal O'Hanlon. It's like it's not pronounced any differently to how it's spelt.
I know, but you know what I'm like with names and spelling and just words and shit. I'm not good. I can't always read what is spelt.
Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to disability shame. Occasionally I still get the bit of the theme tune stuck in my head that goes, Thermoman.
Honestly, I don't remember anything about it now. But I just remember watching it when I was younger and quite liking it.
That's the only bit I remember.
I remember towards later series he had a kid, didn't he, that could talk or something.
I know he had a baby, didn't he? And that's all I can remember. I don't
Teletubbies.
Yeah. The Weakest Link. You know, I think everyone knows that.
Yep.
My Family.
Excellent.
The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
What's that?
Anyway.
No, I know it. I couldn't remember if it was this year or not.
Did you say The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Yeah. I just got all this off a wiki page, so.
I definitely remember writing that down somewhere. Oh, I had that for 2001. Hang on.
This is why it's confusing, because it was released in America in a different time, in a different year, and it was released in the UK in a different year.
So,
Which one are we going off here?
First shown in 2000, but original release 2001?
That makes sense.
Okay. Was it a short? Because it was a spin-off, I think, wasn't it?
Okay.
It was a segment on Grim and Evil. Oh, in 2001.
Began as a series of segments on Grim and Evil spin-offs.
I can't see anything here about 2000, to be honest.
Oh, no. Billy and Manny began as a series of segments on Grim and Evil, from which it was a spin-off along with Evil Con Carne on... It was spun off, I guess.
And then the 3 words after that are, or the 4 words are, on August 24th, 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that when they span it off? They span it off in 2001, but before that, you got the shorts on Grim and Evil. Is that what they meant?
No, because Oh, I see, yeah.
So the shorts were like pilots that got shown on Grim and Evil, and then in 2001, both Evil Con Carne and Billy and Mandy got span off into their own things.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean...
Alright, well, scratch
anyway,
that then.
it's only an honourable anyway, so I guess we're splitting tibias, which is because it's a skeleton.
So I have 5 for this year. So number 5, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Which we watched an episode of on New Year's, me and Christian.
We did.
Oh yeah. How was it? How'd it hold up?
It was it was just fun. It was really nostalgic, I think.
It was a good. I mean, look, it's not Succession, but it's a good children's TV show. Definitely, it's enjoyable. It's not like there are some things you watch and you're like, "God, this is crap." How did I ever watch this? It was still good.
Yeah,
but it's it's a good show.
It holds up.
Yeah,
that's good. Number 4 is Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids.
Oh.
I literally watched this religiously, but the theme song scared the absolute shit out of me, so I would mute it every single time I watched it. Even now, you listen to it now, it still creeps me out. Creepy theme song. It's like a Goosebumps song. Creeps the crap out of me as well. Number 3, I don't know if many people watch this one. Trigger Happy TV.
Oh yeah, everyone knew that.
Okay, yeah. I've talked to other people and they didn't know what it is. I'm just like, did I just watch something completely different when I grew up?
Are you talking to young people? They don't know anything.
I know of it. It wasn't something I ever actually watched, though.
Even like people like our age, like, they'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" And I'm like, "Did I just watch a completely different TV thing to everyone else?"
Hello, my phone's ringing.
Yeah, I'm on a phone. I'm in a library.
That's all I know of it, because you used to have a toy that kept repeating those things, didn't you? At one point, Christian.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You had a Trigger Happy TV phone that every time you'd press stuff, it would quote stuff from that phone.
That's right. Yeah.
That's all I know of it.
It didn't quote the furries having sex in the street though. That was another sketch he had on.
I haven't watched it in so long. I think I showed Amy a little bit, maybe like a few years back, and she was just dying with laughter, and it was just great. And I just remember I was like, "Oh my god!" There were so many other sketches that I forgot about. But no, it was so good.
It's a good theme tune as well. Fan of the theme tune.
Yeah, it's kind of like Smack the Pony a little bit, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I was surprised my parents let me watch it because it had obviously bad language and my parents were very strict. So.
Do you know what that reminds me of? When I was a kid, like sort of teenager, I had League of Gentlemen on. And I remember just laughing at a bit, and my mum just looked at me like as if to say, "What on earth are you laughing at?" Anyway, everyone.
What the fuck have I raised as a child?
Oh god. Number 2 is Black Books.
Son of Matt. Oh yeah.
Everyone loves Black Books.
Good. Yeah.
So
Black
good.
Books, nice.
Number 1 is Digimon Adventure 02.
Oh, okay. Oh dear.
Awesome.
I can change that though. I'll have Black Books my number 1 if someone else has the other one.
We will see. This is going to be a complicated year. I'm going to say that immediately.
Okay.
In terms of the winner, I mean.
Yeah, I'm done. That's me.
Now, got to be honest. don't have a huge amount of nostalgia for Adventure 02.
No, that's fair enough.
Because I don't really think I watched it much back in the day. And then, since then, I've only rewatched Adventure and Tamers.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to watch her too. Honestly, it's so good.
I think just with O2 as well, I just kind of gelled with all of the main characters in some way. There weren't any characters that really annoyed me in the main cast. Whereas when I was a kid, I used to find like Mimi was quite annoying. And
I think I found Davis quite annoying as a kid.
you see, I didn't mind him.
Fair enough.
But again, I was obsessed with Ken as well. I mean, it was
Oh yeah, I had a huge. When I was a kid, I had a huge crush on him.
well that.
Not
When-
Ken, but the Digimon. Yeah.
Oh no, both for me. But
Both. Oh, okay, fair enough.
when I was a kid, I obviously didn't know I was gay, so
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was probably a crush back then. But
Okay. Yeah.
I was obsessed with that character, and I used to find that as a kid I was always obsessed with some kind of guy character. And looking back, I'm kind of like, yeah, it kind of adds up. Okay.
The calculations check out.
They check out, yeah. But no,
Alright.
fair enough.
Who's going next?
I'll go next because Ozzy will probably have his Woody's
I've got
Roundup, whatever it's called.
I've got my usual scroll worth of. I just unravel the scroll.
Okay, so honourables. Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Even Stevens, do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
God, yeah. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing it everywhere.
I used to watch that all the time. Yeah.
Is that this? Oh yeah, no, I have got that in this year. Cool.
Da Ali G Show.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, big fan.
Aye.
My Hero, Weakest Link, Big Kids.
Yes.
That was.
God, yeah, I remember that.
For the benefit of everyone at home, it was a kids' TV show in which the parents got hypnotized, and every time a certain word was said, they turned into children. Well, not physically,
Ming.
but mentally.
Yeah.
Every
Ming.
time Ming.
Yeah.
Ming was the word. Every time. So if you said flaming,
Stop your scheming.
scheming, anything like that, and then they regress to children mentally. I love that show. Yeah, I've got the entire series in my archives. If anyone ever wishes to nostalgic over that.
Fair enough.
Final memorable, again, this is something that I remember the theme tune more than anything, is when you were looking around up high and deep underground, you will see light everywhere, but how did the light get there? Red light, yellow light, green light, yellow
was that
light,
this
red
year?
light, flashlight, trolley
I've
light,
never heard of that.
headlight. Who keeps these lights so bright? It's the lampies, of course.
Na.
I've never heard of
It's the
that.
lampies.
Na.
It was about a group of little critters that lived in a street light and kept it running.
Imagine kind
Okay.
of Ozzy and Drix, but instead of it being the body, it's inside like electricity items.
Okay, that sounds
You've
quite
got,
cute.
like, creatures that run electricity and live in the lamps.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So
that was
then
fun.
number
That
5,
was this year. Chuck it
Trigger.
somewhere.
Happy TV.
Yeah.
I almost said number E because it's on column E of the spreadsheet, but that's not a number. Number 4, My Family.
Yes.
Number 3, That Peter Kay Thing, which I didn't watch back in the day, but I've watched since, and it's brilliant. It's like each episode was a different mockumentary about a different character.
Okay. Fair.
Number 2, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Ha ha ha.
Number 1, Black Books.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
So
It's gonna be quite complicated. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Quite complicated.
Yeah. We all have to fight each other for number 1 and 2 and 3. I guess that works. There's 3 people. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, I don't know. My number 1, I'm gonna have to fight Alex for. Oh, spoilers. But is that spoilers by this point?
No. If it's spoilers to anyone, they haven't been paying attention.
No. for as long as we've been doing these podcasts.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Let me just get this up a sec. I just need to close my list now.
Yeah.
So I need to grab it.
Let me know when you want me to begin the scrolling.
Maybe about 20 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to start? I thought Alex was about to say something.
Oh.
But
I thought he was just closing
No,
something.
oh, he's just
No.
okay.
Close
Fine.
my fucking mouth.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I don't know if there's an exact. I don't know where the exact point of like my top 10 run off, but we'll just go from furthest to
Blurthest.
blurvest. Yes, with Mirai Sentai Time Ranger,
Oh.
Kamen Rider Kyuga,
Oh.
the Gina Davis Show,
Oh.
the Ali G Show,
Hang on, what was the one you just said before IDG?
the Gina Davis Show.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
I've heard that one.
What am I thinking of?
It was like she had like one series of her own sitcom. She's a comedian. She was the mum in Stuart Little, Gina Davis.
Ah, right.
Or she's the main ghost woman in Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. Gina Davis Show, the Ali G Show, Jackass.
Jackass.
Oh yeah.
Jackass, yes. So I've got the original titles written down, but I obviously did watch the dubs when they were on Fox Kids. But Kyurion Shin-chan.
Oh,
which was
Shin-chan.
just Shin-chan.
Yeah.
Um,
It's an anime about someone's lower leg.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Did you only watch the dub of that?
Yeah. No, the next one is in a Japanese name. It's Totoko Hamutaro.
Oh,
Totoko Hamutaro, which was just Hamtaro.
I don't know that one.
Little Hamster's Big Adventures. It was another one of those Fox Kids things. Then we have the Crocodile Hunter Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
Then we have Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
See, not to be confused with Crocodile Hunter Dairies, where he sets up a cow farm.
Yeah. Then we have The Magic Key. Then we have
Oh, I feel
X-Men.
like I know that one.
The Magic Key was a TV version of the books we used to get in school about Biff, Chip and Kipper.
Oh my god, yeah, I've googled it, and the first image result is instant nostalgia.
Yep.
Right.
Oh god. Oh, I've got to get one of these books, man.
Nostalgia.
We still have them in the schools.
Oh,
They're still going to these days, the
Blimey.
Biff, Chip and Kipper books.
they all on TikTok nowadays.
Oh, probably. Actually, no. But they have got a live-action series on CBBC currently nowadays.
Really?
Oh Jesus,
didn't know
I think
that.
I might have found the picture of it. Yeah.
Is it called like Biff, Chip and Kipper or something like? It's literally called something like that.
I'm just reading the Liverpool Echo to find out. Hang on. More options rejected. One mum said, "Was a year plus of COVID and homeschooling not enough torture?"
It's just called Biff and Chip
Okay.
for CBBS. But yeah, I just know because I've seen it in the background whilst Logan's been watching it, and it's like, I know what this is, but what the fuck is that? And I had to look it up, and it was like, oh shit. But I'm speaking about, obviously, the 2000s animated series they had, The Magic Key.
Yeah, here's a little clip I found on YouTube. I'll watch that later. I might remember it, you never know.
Anyway, continuing. I'm guessing there's a little gap between this one and then my next lot, which I'm guessing these are like the mentionables, and then we go into the ones that I watched a bit more of.
Oh yeah.
So after Magic Key is X-Men Evolution, which was just an animated series on... Well, I think I watched it on CBBC, but it probably wasn't made for CBBC. Then onto the list, which isn't restricted to a certain number, it's just in some kind of order. Okay. That goes Weakest Link,
Da, da,
Power
da, da.
Ranger, Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. No, wait, that's the bill, isn't it? But yeah, Weakest Link, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, Pokemon Hoso, also known as Chronicles over here, which was like Pokemon episodes, but featuring the side characters rather than Ash, Brock, and Misty. Well, actually, I think Brock and Misty got episodes, but just Ash wasn't there at all. He'd get mentions, maybe the odd cameo, but he was
in the home.
Yeah, the episodes focused on like Professor Oak would get an episode, Misty would get an, and I think that's why I liked it, because Ash pisses me off.
Because I've watched one episode of this. I watched the one with the Gen 2 protagonists.
Oh yeah, the Raikou one.
I can't remember which. I know it's definitely dog related.
I think it was the Raikou. I've got them all on DVD. But yeah.
That's really. Then we have. Sorry, just a quick tangent. That's also some of the best stuff that they've done Pokemon animation related. Is those little shorts they've done on YouTube. Like I've forgotten all the names of them, but there was one that was like all the stuff that happened just before the game main character arrived, and there's ones now that they're doing. Was one of them like called Chronicles at one point or something? Yeah.
No, Chronicles is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But no, I know what you mean. And there was like the 4-part spin-off with Red and stuff. Yeah.
That's right. I can't remember what they're all called. And they've done one like they've done another one focusing on side characters. They're doing another one currently at the moment. They're releasing.
Oh, okay.
But they're only releasing it like every blinking 4 weeks or something. So I keep forgetting about it. What's it called? Pokemon Evolutions. That's it.
Oh.
I'll leave this page open. I'll watch. There's another one, another 2 out that I haven't seen. See, it's happening. It's so infrequent. Anyway, sorry. Yes, but it's good. We're all fed up with Ash, aren't we? But I suppose 9-year-old boys in Japan aren't fed up with him yet, and 9-year-old girls in Japan aren't fed up with whatever bit on the side he's got going at the time.
Does he have a bit? Does he have a bit on the side at the time? Or
yeah, it's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a boy or a girl?
That is bits on the side. Where was I? Chronicles. Then we have Even Stevens. Malcolm in the middle.
Malcolm
in the middle, yeah. Clerks, the animated series.
Oh, didn't know they did that.
A series?
Clerks. They had an animated series. Yeah. It was good. My Wife and Kids.
My Wife.
The Lampies.
Mm-hmm.
My Hero.
Acceptable.
Black Books.
Acceptable.
Blackadder Back and Forth.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Didn't realise that was...
The Ghost Hunter, which was the CBBC show.
Okay.
Yeah. My Family.
Yeah.
Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids.
Nice.
Big Kids.
Yeah.
Card Captors, English dub.
Yup.
Isn't that the same as Card Captors Sakura? Is that something different?
Wait. Is it Card Captors?
Yeah, but the English one, I think. The Japanese one's already been released. I haven't watched the Japanese one. Card Captor Sakura is the Japanese version.
Okay, for some reason I have that on my 2001
did change
list.
a lot, and 4Kids stick quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Why do I have that and Digimon Adventure 2 in my 2001?
UK release or English release, maybe?
No, but Card Captors shouldn't have... It was released like before... Why does that say 2001?
I think it must just be mix-ups with the dates of what was released in which country, I'm guessing, in which language.
If the English dub was released in 2000, then how come...
Yeah, so Card Captor Sakura was 1996.
Oh,
but
okay.
The dub was 4 years later.
Okay, I really need to... This must be an old... I need to edit this list. Jesus Christ.
Oh, unlike Father Christmas, you didn't check it twice.
Well, no, because I think you had Card Captor Sakura a couple of years back, didn't you?
No, looking at this list, it's not on here. At all.
No.
I don't know. No idea. Sorry, continue.
Anyway, after Card Captors, we have the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Ooh.
Then we have Yu-Gi-Oh!
Cool. Oh yeah,
And then-
I did see that on the list, but obviously I've never actually seen it.
No, I've never seen it.
You've watched the abridged series? That's just as good.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've watched it, and I watched the film we went to see. What was it? Dimensions in Time or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dimensions in Time.
Yeah, that's the one.
And then obviously Digimon Adventure 2.
Excellent.
So if we're not going with our number ones, I'll go with Yu-Gi-Oh! Over Digimon.
Okay.
Depends on how we're arguing or what we're doing or whatever.
I can change mine for I'll change it to Grizzly Tales.
Well, I was seeing as we're not doing polls, it doesn't really matter. But just for the records, I'm gonna make a note that you did put Digimon Adventure 2. I'm gonna put Yu-Gi-Oh! In brackets in case we ever do need to do some kind of vote on it. How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Sure.
I will be right back in a moment.
Oh,
We've lost him.
I'll be all front.
Okay, leave it.
I'll be slightly to the side.
Oh, like a Wonkavator.
Oh.
Doesn't just go up and down.
Well, should we use, whilst he's away, use this as
Yes.
a opportunity to begin review?
Yes, lettuce.
Actually, our last review for a couple of months now.
Yeah, I still don't know when the next one is. I don't know if it's been said or not.
Sadly not.
Yeah. Pardon me. And I'm very much regretting telling you what the title of the next episode was. I just want to put that on record that I very much regret telling you because it's a spoiler.
Don't worry, because literally like 2 or 3 days later, a thumbnail spoiled it for me anyway.
Okay. I feel absolved. Thank you for that.
And it was the same fucker who put the Kate Stewart spoiler thumbnail in their things. And now if it isn't for the fact that him and his wife watch
My wife.
the actual Doctor Who's, and I've been keeping along with that. Not the actual Doctor Who. Well,
That was a telling slip up.
Doctor Who's before this era. Yeah. So keep up with that until they finish them and caught up. And once they've caught up, then I'll probably just unsubscribe or something.
Now, up to you. I would say if that was me, I'd be slagging them off by name. Maybe you're a better person than me.
If it happens once more, I might just. But I think I can let 2 instances go without. I think it's EMS Productions or something. Something along those lines.
Right. So, let's review. Doctor review.
Yeah, I believe it was. Doctor Review. Did you say you had something, or should I start off with some of my?
No, you
my
go. You go.
notages?
Because you might cover it.
Okay. Well, it was meant to be self-storage, but the S fell off. I don't know.
I can't believe we didn't figure that out.
There was a line in there about it, and she couldn't be bothered to put the S back up. But going with that, there wasn't really any kind of discolouring on the sign or any kind of hint that there used to be an S there. So can you blame us?
It's probably that implies it's been fallen down for like the last 5 years or something. That's how badly they're running the place.
It looked a bit too new.
From
what I meant. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't really put a lot of any of this into an order, so I'm going to try and organise it as I go. Jeff, was he a good way of getting out of it, or just convenient?
I've forgotten who Jeff was.
Jeff, he's the one who just brought everything. We never saw him, but he's the one who just hoarded everything in the story.
Yeah,
unit.
that was pretty convenient.
What were we talking about? Sorry?
We're on Doctor Review.
Okay, Doctor Who.
Reviewing Doctor Who, Eve of the Daleks.
Okay.
From New Year's Day. Not New Year's Eve. Even though it's called Eve of the Daleks. But yeah. Turns out he worked there and wasn't just Aisling B's boyfriend, which I kind of assumed he was or something.
Oh no, that wasn't. They didn't put that in
No,
at all.
for some reason I thought this was like, or her ex or something that just kept storing all his stuff in her work. For some reason I got that impression. And where the fuck is he?
Well, they kept saying that he never comes in on New Year's Eve because he can't be bothered or he wants to go to a party or something.
Okay, but then he's supposed to be living there as well.
Because that's why Thingamablob always comes in on New Year's Eve because he knows that Aisling B is going to be by herself.
Okay, and, fair enough.
And I do you remember me saying to you, if he's not at work and he lives here, then where is he? He wants to be at home.
Yeah, so he is probably at a party or something, I guess. I mean, speaking of Aisling B, she'd have been a better companion than the ones we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
She felt, like we said at the time, she had character.
Yes. Well, probably not the right character for the Doctor, though, because he kept on wanting to abandon people and things like that.
But nobody's perfect. That's
true.
We need people with flaws.
True. I mean, I'd be up for Aisling B as the companion because I fancy her quite a bit, so that'd do me a bit of something for the dads.
There wasn't really anything. No.
Nothing to add to that. Okay.
I didn't know what to say to that. No, fair enough. It's nice to see the Daleks hunting the Doctor out for once, rather than them just sort of stumbling upon each other. It's sort of. Oh yeah. We've got a lot with the TARDIS going on.
Yeah.
So, the broken TARDIS created a time loop, much like it did when it was exploding in the Big Bang.
Oh,
It trapped River inside itself to protect her in a time loop. Yeah, but just something nice, I thought.
Yeah.
So it's fixed now. At least they kind of used an episode to do it instead of just being like, oh, well, no, it was fixed after the flux.
Yeah,
I like that they kind of at least carried it on a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's nice that Chibnall suddenly remembers that the TARDIS is a sentient creature.
Yeah.
Not just a ship. Oh, I liked it when the dead spider uncurled itself. That was quite fun. Of the TARDIS.
No, sorry, I knew what you meant. I was just trying to remember it because I don't remember that happening. Must have been chatting about something else at the time or something.
It was when all the you might see it in the reaction possibly, but it's like all the gears around it were spinning and stuff, and then the dead spider arches kind of just uncurled and folded out.
Okay,
that was quite fun.
I'm just skimming through. I've got the reaction up. Let's see if. Oh no, that's the thing blowing up.
The shield around the door of Elf storage had similar colouring and hexagonal patterns to like the TARDIS, which kind of was like a hint to it being the TARDIS, causing it and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. Nice.
Did we ever find out what damaged the TARDIS in the first place? Or was it just meant to have been the flux?
Yeah, I thought it was just flux juice.
Meant to be the assumption, I'm guessing, yeah? Okay,
I'm guessing, I mean, that's what
we
I
never
assumed,
had it confirmed. It was like it kept resetting to the moment it was trying to reset itself to or something.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, like it was getting nearer to it.
They kept winding up back at the TARDIS a little bit, and etc. etc. Apparently the set for the TARDIS has already been demolished.
Oh.
Wow, that's quick.
I think they must have finished filming by...
I think they've wrapped up on Jodie's.
I wonder how they're handling... If they've picked a new Doctor already, or if they've just kind of... If she regenerates perhaps out, not in the TARDIS, and they do it that way.
Oh, maybe.
Because then they could just get her back for a scene later on, just to do a regeneration, perhaps.
Because do you think any of this was written before they decided they were leaving? Because it's sort of like a lot of this TARDIS resetting stuff keeps happening, and it just feels like a tease to them setting up for a new interior, but then maybe the BBC have come along, said you're fired. So he's like, oh, well, there's no point me changing it 3 episodes before it's going to get demolished and given to Russell.
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
So maybe he's had to just sort of, he's just kept it in the script, but not actually changed the look. Because she kind of, when she went in and it was all reset, she kind of acted as if it was a whole new TARDIS, but it wasn't.
Because, it did feel like it, definitely, at the time as well.
Yeah. Either that, or are they just blue-balling us like they were doing with Capaldi's regeneration?
Yeah. Maybe it was like the Doctor walked in, it's like, oh my god, it's completely different. And she walks over to like one little bolt on the wall. Look, that bolt's now dark green instead of dark brown.
These hexagonals are now hexagonalier.
Oh, they got little bees in them.
Right. What else? I think that was mostly everything for the TARDIS. Oh, so we know that the flux has definitely affected the universe in some way if the Dalek fleet have been wiped out.
Oh, yeah.
But we just don't know how much of it is still around.
Yeah, that's
And
something that never really got resolved. Do you reckon they'll just forget about it and never mention it again and the whole universe will still actually be around?
Well, this is where I was about to go. The Doctor's just over it.
Yeah.
Half the universe got wiped out. She don't care.
Yeah, it was like only Earth left, or it was just our galaxy or something.
I get,
Well, if it... Actually, no, I think we spoke about this back in the Flux days, because they never actually said how much was left, did they?
No.
So if it's just one galaxy, that's still basically all of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from
Well,
New
they
Earth.
basically just Thanos'd it, so they've cut it in half. So there's not as big a galaxy out there, but there's still a galaxy out there.
Yeah.
Half of one.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, she's over it.
Yeah. So on the Daleks, we both said we like how menacing and evil they were.
Yes.
Maybe the best Dalek interpretation for a while.
Yeah.
They actually felt scary.
Because even that scout Dalek thing that was meant, the one that built itself, that was that sat on the lady's back from Taskmaster, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
She's from Taskmaster.
Yeah.
That one was meant to be like, a commando behind enemy lines, really resourceful. Even that didn't feel scary. They kind of just had one scene where it shot a load of tanks to prove how scary it was, and that was it. But it didn't really feel like anything, did it?
There's a difference between being powerful and being scary.
Exactly, yeah. These ones were like slagging people off and just mercilessly killing them and all sorts.
It was quite just chilling as well. They were like in the darkness. They were shot like... It was... Well, Chibnall has described this episode as being a rom-com with Daleks. I'd say it was more like a horror movie with Daleks.
Yeah.
Because it did feel quite horror-esque.
Yeah, with like them creeping down the corridors and then they'd turn round and there'd be nothing there. They'd turn back again and there'd be a Dalek coming. Yeah, it was...
Yeah.
It was much...
And these Daleks were called Dalek Executioners. Do you think they were maybe designed to be specifically for killing Time Lords?
Well, Dalek Execution Squad's a part of canon, or at least extended universe.
I was just going to say, because these ones have the ability to adapt, they have multi-fire guns to deal with regeneration, and they have sonic blocking technology.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they've been built to specifically deal with the Doctor, possibly.
Yeah, that would make sense. What was about?
That was great.
Yeah,
Dalek Executioners.
Add into the menace of them. The advantage of the time loop scenario was that you could actually just have the Daleks killing a load of people and
just keep on killing.
Which makes them a lot more menacing, despite them missing down straight corridors, as we discussed at the time.
A fun thing I did find out was that Jodie wasn't told it was a time loop episode when she was given her script. So the first kill from the Dalek, she thought they were writing her out early.
Oh, that's funny. That must have been terrifying.
I think the last line she had at that point was like, "No, not like this."
To be fair,
and then
it's a good
kills
last
her
line.
And goes to titles. But yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know how true it is. I think I heard someone mention that it was actually filmed in Bristol rather than being in Manchester.
Oh, okay.
Could be
I
wrong
didn't
with
recognise
that.
any of it. I don't know that warehouse.
No. I've done all this.
I like how there's such a Yorkshire-Lancashire rivalry that, because obviously, Tribnall's from Yorkshire way, they can't even when they set a story in Manchester, they can't even actually go there.
So there's some time loop inconsistency.
Oh dear.
Nick kept resetting in different places, whereas everyone else was resetting in like the first spot.
They were resetting because it was moving forward a minute. The TARDIS crew were a couple of steps forward every time, and
but Aisling B was always in the reception area.
Did it? Oh, okay. So it definitely the first one or two times, like before she was behind the desk, then the next time she was in front of the desk, having just stepped out from behind it.
Okay.
So maybe they then only did that at the start and then didn't later, perhaps. And I remember the ones from the start, and you remember the ones from yeah. Anyway.
Either way, the even bigger inconsistency was that, like, 3/4 of the way through, Aisling B goes on a big rant about not leaving the Nick character, because if he dies in this loop, this was his last chance to survive, because it'll no longer be 5 minutes to, it'll be 4 minutes to.
I think I know where you're going with this.
But then at the end of that loop, everyone dies again anyway.
Yeah.
And then dies again anyway. And so it wasn't his last loop. That was the biggest one. I think all that's left. Oh yeah, what's the point of the cameo at the end? Is he going to turn up again? Train man. Train man.
Was that what we get? That's our idea of an Easter egg, or like instead of Captain Jack showing up for 2 minutes, now we get like fuck you guys. You didn't like my series. Yeah. This is a cameo you're getting. What's that? You wanted River Sunk now?
Yeah. But that's everything, I believe, apart from obviously the biggest moment of this episode for half the fan base at least. The other half I think are pretty indifferent.
Yeah. They canonised it.
They've canonised Phasmin.
They made it a saint.
So for the benefit of Alex, Yaz and the Doctor have got feelings for each other.
I've seen videos on TikTok. Canon, and I've seen a few videos on TikTok, like edits that people have done, and I'm just like, oh, that's sweet. I was like, nice. So, proper good stuff.
I think actually, because they've really mishandled the Doctor being awkward in previous episodes, like with Graham's cancer thing. They actually handled it, I thought, quite well in this episode, with the Doctor just kind of getting a bit frantic and sidestepping it.
Well, I mean, I think it's a bit of a dick move that it had to be Dan to out Yaz to the Doctor.
Oh, look, does she get outed, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, a dick, that's a dick move. Dude, like, no.
It wasn't. It was, because before they'd had Dan and Yaz had a big discussion about, you got to tell her how you feel, blah, blah, blah. And then...
It's still not Dan's job to out someone. Especially if they haven't even outed themselves in a sexual way.
I wasn't approaching it from the aspect of her coming out. I was approaching it from the aspect of just telling them how they feel.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But
I get what you're saying.
Even Yaz herself said to Dan, I don't even really get it myself. I'm only just kind of understanding it.
Oh, she's saying she's kind of realising that she's probably gay.
They don't outright say it like that, but they kind of leave it in the air of, is she talking about the Doctor, or is she talking about the Doctor and her sexuality? Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean.
Okay.
Anyway, I get
it. I still wouldn't say it was a dick move. I would just say it was just an ill thought through move.
Yeah. It's what you get when you got a old white straight guy writing your Doctor Who. But I'm going to say I don't mind Phasmin or the idea of the Doctor having a relationship. I just don't give a shit about Yaz.
Yeah.
I have no interest in it because I don't care for Yaz. Well, she has no character.
I mean, the Doctor's borderline at the moment.
I care a little bit more about the Doctor than Yaz,
Yeah,
but even
yeah.
then, not. Yeah, I don't really care about these two. It's
I'll shout out JXE again, who made the great point that really series 1 or like half of series 1 or 3/4 of series 1 or whatever should have just been Yaz and the Doctor, so we can learn about Yaz and explore their relationship.
Of Jodie's first.
Yeah,
series.
sorry, yeah.
Oh well,
and
yeah.
then,
Well, not even that. All this Phasmin stuff does feel a little bit like Chibnall just saying, "Oh, this is what the fans want. All right, we'll just throw this
yeah.
in."
Oh,
Because
it's the Rise of Skywalker.
has there been many hints before, like the end of Flux? Really, I don't ever remember there being proper hints.
There was maybe hints.
Was there?
It could have just been her saying you need to be a better friend, but it could have also been her feeling put out because she liked her, sort of thing. There was nothing.
It's how you interpret it.
They were teasing it, I think, maybe potentially. I think they were leaving the door open.
Okay. Well, if they do have some kind of like proper relationship, I think they should handle it a bit like the Eighth Doctor and Charlie.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Rather than it's not it shouldn't be romantic because it's the Doctor. She's an alien and she doesn't have the same sort of
and they've kind of
drives that we do. Yeah,
they have kind of hinted at that with the Doctor's reaction to the whole thing as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
That would be nice. They haven't got the balls to do it though. Let's be honest.
Well, considering everyone's probably leaving in 2 episodes' time anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
What's gonna happen with that?
Talk about a clean break. Hey, normally I suppose they didn't when Moffat took over either, did they? It was a clean break again.
Yeah, they got rid of everyone then.
Yeah. We still had Murray Gold though, the most important companion.
True.
I hope he comes back.
I think that's pretty much yeah, and then the final thing is that me personally, I don't mind character moments. I know you're not a big fan of them. But
No.
You don't like it when the plot stops for it.
I don't like the way Chibnall writes character moments.
Oh, okay. What, where everything sort of stops dead and then they have to talk about it for 5 minutes?
Yeah, and they just exposit how they feel instead of us finding it out through their actions.
Okay, because like I'd say I didn't mind them having character moments whilst they're like hiding and being quiet, because that's kind of a time where you've got to sort of you're not doing anything apart from hiding, but it's when you're like in the middle of time running down, we've got to get somewhere really quick, and then it's like, no, I've got to save this guy. He's only got one chance. He's going to die in the next minute. We're going to spend 2-3 minutes now talking about how I like weirdos and blah blah. Do you get what I mean?
My dad was never around, you know.
Also that whole like good-hearted weirdos being the best people to get with, or so. Was that just Chibnall trying to hint at people?
Yeah, it seemed like it, didn't it?
And because there was times where that Nick character came off as a little bit more than just a weirdo.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, was that
half of those, I'm still not certain half of those women weren't dead and buried by the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. Ashley Mead's character's dead in a month.
Yeah.
Because so this is what I was gonna say, was at first I thought that it was gonna be some sort of, maybe sort of like, autistic Asperger's, obsessed with kind of cataloguing things, perhaps,
well, that's what I thought. I thought you had some kind of like OCD, maybe.
Yeah. But no, he was just a creep, really.
Yeah.
There was nothing charming about that.
And we're meant to still like him and be fine with him by the end of it.
Yeah, and because there was, I read a thread about this as well, and I was reading about the episode and stuff, and like someone was saying like some of these dates were over New Year's as well, so he was going out with these women and then still coming to the what was he doing? Taking some of their possessions, coming to self-storage, trying to flirt with Ashley B's character. Like, yeah, it was quite strange.
Yeah. I think that's everything I've got. However, we do have Pantstool comment of the
Yeah.
week.
I saw that a minute ago,
Yeah,
and I
okay.
deliberately didn't read it.
Yeah, so he says credit to the Daleks for their xenophobic killing machines.
Excellent.
They're respectful enough to let people finish their conversations before killing them.
Yeah.
Well, you'll notice that in the reaction.
They got plot sensors.
Yeah. The smaller scale of this episode was down to COVID, which probably impacted Flux as well.
Maybe,
as we mentioned in the reaction, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah. Maybe that guy from the crane was the only actor they had available who hadn't tested positive for COVID-19, and like maybe they just keep him in the studio or something. He's just been there. He's owned by the studio.
I did. I think I can't remember if it was a podcast reaction. Someone was talking about it, and they were like, "So what? Was he just filming something else in Bristol at the time or something?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, do you want to pop in for a quick cameo?"
Yeah.
You were in the show, weren't you? Something like that. So yeah, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, so it's not good to always blame everything on Chibnall, but he's not entirely blameless.
Nah.
Is what he mentions. And yeah, spoilery titles being stupid, but he's looking forward to seeing the Sea Devils return.
Yeah.
And actually, on the Sea Devils, is that their actual race name, or is that just what they were called in an episode, wasn't it?
That's a good question. You look a bit Silurian-y. No, I'm not the swine. I was born on their twin ocean. Right, Sea Devil. Once called
the Aquatic Silurians, maybe?
I love how we were reading the same page in unison. And that's from a book. We don't know how canon that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't really say on there, does it?
No. Because if I remember correct, I think they were called that because the guy who first saw them in the first episode said they were like devils of the sea or something like that.
It was like, our true species name cannot be pronounced in your primitive tongue. Oh, fuck, you know him. You know him.
Yeah. I'm a Time Lord, so...
Okay, yeah. I forgot.
But yeah, there was Pantstool's comment of the week.
Pantstool's comment of the week. Something, I can't remember what reminded me of this about 15 minutes ago. I thought I'll make a mental note of it till we've got through all of this. So I was watching a Doctor Who reaction like 2 months ago, and someone pointed out in the comments something I've never noticed before, and I wondered if you'd noticed it. In the episode School Reunion, when Mickey says, "Can I come?" in the foreground, Rose looks over to the Doctor and mouths the word no and shakes her head.
Oh,
really? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
No. I'd always noticed that Rose got a bit pissy at that moment.
Yeah.
Just because
same.
Sarah Jane had to go up to her and sort of give her a heart-to-heart, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really funny. You watch it back and you go, oh yeah, that's really blatant. But she's slightly out of focus, so I guess it's like a misdirection. You look at the Doctor in the background. Or you look at Mickey, in the background.
Mickey in the
yeah.
yeah. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw that, like I said, ages ago, and I've forgotten to mention it every week.
Well, we haven't done a podcast in a couple of weeks.
True.
Who wants to hear a funny news story?
Oh dear.
A little bit bizarre, actually, as well. Someone put on Twitter they got a 2022 Buffy calendar.
That's one of my biscuits. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, you would have read it.
Go on.
I have to read. What is it? So, yeah, someone got a 2022 Buffy calendar, and in the calendar,
I'll post a picture.
Someone. I'll just have to send you the tweet because I can't explain it.
I've just put the tweet in the chat because I had it ready to
you
go.
had it in there.
Okay.
It's so funny.
This is
Yeah, and so the further I looked into this, what actually happened? I don't think the person who owns this knows, on Twitter, someone replied saying that's actually stolen fan art from someone from like years back.
The person who made it replied.
Yeah, he made it. Yeah, and he found out basically that Amazon, his seller on Amazon, had basically stolen his artwork, fan art, put it into his calendar, and been selling these calendars with all this stolen fan art.
Just in case any lawyers are watching, I don't think Amazon sells the calendar, makes the calendar.
No, it's a seller. It's an individual seller on Amazon because anyone can sell on Amazon. It's like eBay. But yeah, I didn't know because I honestly thought for ages I was like, how can you mess this up?
Because even the monster in the background's from Doctor Who, isn't it?
Oh god, yeah, it is.
What is it? I didn't know that.
Of course, yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so apparently
I noticed that before I noticed Matt Smith.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we should probably mention that for the audio people. Matt Smith's in it.
I love the caption she put there as well.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Quote,
man.
I'd like to thank the makers of the 2022 Buffy the Vampire Slayer calendar for obviously being devoted, passionate fans of the show who can readily identify all the most iconic characters. Such as the Doctor.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That's like, I think when I saw it, I was like, that's a crossover we never knew we needed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, we technically got it when Giles became like a mad Batman.
True.
That's
An
true.
episode and started eating kids.
A Batman.
Yeah.
A Batman. Oh, shit! I just I forgot. The year 2000. Quick facts.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
I forgot as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So Fiona Bruce presents her first episode of Crime Watch alongside Nick Ross following the murder of her predecessor, Jill Dando.
Oh.
Oh god, yeah. That was. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I remember reading about it. Sorry. Yeah, that's still like an unsolved crime, isn't it? Of who killed her?
Yeah.
Like
I think
20
she
years
just got
later.
stabbed outside her door randomly and no one knows how.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was stabbed outside her home, and to this day, still no one knows who did it. No one was arrested.
Anyway, moving on to
Mad.
even more terrible news. BBC One broadcast the final episode of Dinner Ladies this year. Alright, I couldn't help
watched
it.
that.
I saw a joke. It's a good show.
I read, or did I read or hear? I can't remember, but I think it was around the time Victoria Wood died when people kind of like, praising her and stuff, and it was saying like she used to constantly tinker with the scripts to get them as good as they could possibly be, and it used to be quite annoying as an actor where you'd learn your lines and then on the day of the shoot she'd come up to you with like a load of scribbles over the script and saying I've got a new version, and you go, oh for God's sake, and you'd read it and it would be far better and you'd be like, oh okay.
No, fair enough.
Although I have read, unfortunately, she was a bit of a cow, Victoria Wood. She was like horrible to people. She didn't know. But let's forget that and enjoy her work.
Yes, no. Anyway, the Brit Allcroft Company, best known for producing the first 5 seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, requires the right to the long-running children's arts and crafts program Art Attack, and other works from the Media Merchants Company, run by the former hosts of the series Neil Buchanan and Tim Edmonds.
Didn't know it went to them.
C-Day. Oh,
C-Day.
C-Day in the United Kingdom. From today, most commercial broadcasters begin broadcasting commercials, promotions, and idents in 16:9 widescreen ratio.
Oh, why C?
C-Day. Commercial day, I guess? Or... Because there's... Basically, C-Day, there is colour television in Australia, which was in 1975. That is the Australian C-Day. And then Commercials Day in the UK, which is our C-Day.
Commercial day. Oh, I see. 16:9 commercials. They required 16:9 commercials. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you just said it was just a switch to 16:9 in general. But
Oh,
it was just,
no.
It was specifically.
I think I did say
I think-
broadcasting commercials, promotions, and idents. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch that. That's why I was confused. Yeah, I remembered the idents bit, and that was it.
Sky One hosts a special weekend dedicated to celebrating the 10th anniversary of The Simpsons in the UK.
Oh.
The BBC Saturday morning children's entertainment series Live and Kicklin' is relaunched, featuring Blue Peter presenter Katie Hill, Sarah Coolwood,
Hayward, I
Otis
think.
Dealey and Trey Farley. Yeah.
Otis Dealey, I remember it.
Yeah.
Good old Live and Kicklin, yeah. I used
Live
to
and
love watching
Kicklin.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I used to love watching that.
Watching Live and Kicklin, yeah. The Independent Television Commission's... The Independent Television Commission criticizes Channel 4's early evening scheduling of the US TV series Angel, a drama about a reformed vampire, saying scenes are reminiscent of a late-night horror film.
I suppose it's probably quite tame. People are more used to that sort of stuff now, aren't they? But
yeah,
I suppose back then
they had to edit episodes from that point on. And to finish off this year in December, Can We Fix It? A song by children's BBC animated character Bob the Builder tops the UK singles chart, becoming this year's Christmas #1.
Was it for charity or anything, or did they just release it?
I can't. That was the time when all cartoon characters just released.
No, it was just for money.
It was just for
No wonder you don't see Neil Morrissey in anything anymore. Oh yeah, I remember the number 5 cover. That also reached #1.
Oh Christ, there wasn't there?
It was like a little bit of concrete in the truck or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then they finished with Big Fish, Little Fish, which it was all the range when we were a bit too old for it.
Damn.
Okay. Okay, that made me laugh. The name of the album that Big Fish, Little Fish was on was called Nevermind the Breeze Blocks.
I approve.
Yeah. That was that.
Oh.
That was that.
That was that. Oh, Big Fish, Little Fish only got to 81 in the charts. Quite as good.
Not right.
Right. Rest of the biscuits then. We've done the Buffy calendar.
Have we done the buffet calendar? Yes.
We've eaten all of it that we can.
Yeah.
There's a because everyone's has to self-isolate these days because of COVID-19. There's a shortage of teachers in schools. So I saw this this picture that made me laugh. The caption reads, for the people at home, "Government solves UK teacher shortage using traditional method." And there's a picture, and the picture is of a TV on a wheeled unit.
Oh, God's sake. Honestly, like, so many people are off at my work with COVID now, and we don't get told until, like, ages later.
Oh.
So by then you might have already got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Here, thanks to the communication guys.
It's sort of like, oh, so and so had COVID. Oh, when was that? Oh, like 3-4 days ago. What, when they were in? Yeah.
Well, we either find out through colleagues, or again, we get told like.
Oh, that's useful.
A bit too late, and it's like, okay.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, it's like, come on, like, but no, I think everywhere is really struggling. Like, and I think half of the floor above us they're all off with COVID.
Thank you.
Damn.
And it's like, oh, sweet Jesus. It's crazy at the moment.
Final thing.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, I'll ask after. It's fine.
Okay. This wasn't important enough to interrupt. It was just that Winnie the Pooh is now in the public domain, so you can do anything you want with the Winnie the Pooh characters.
Oh, okay.
And I mean anything.
Wait, what does public? Does that mean like?
It's out of copyright.
Copyright.
Yeah, copyright's expired.
Okay.
Which happens a certain number of years after people's death. So if there's things like, I think like Mickey Mouse and stuff are out of copyright in just a couple of years. But basically, the copyright length in America keeps on getting extended every time early Disney characters start approaching the expiration date, because obviously they have huge influence and they don't want their properties to go out of copyright.
Yeah.
But yeah, Winnie the Pooh's snuck in there.
No. They haven't done much with him in a long time, have they? They haven't really cared about him.
No.
No one cares about Pooh anymore.
No one cares about Eeyore. That's the problem.
Have you guys seen the new? It's on Disney Plus. Encanto.
No, Encanto. No.
Honestly,
Is it a
didn't think
Pixar one? Is it?
No, it's Disney.
Just Disney.
I think it's just Disney, yeah. But I went into it sort of not thinking. I don't know why. I just sort of thought, okay, it looks alright. And the songs are the entire album is just so catchy, so good. And the entire film is great. It's honestly, it's one of those. It's like Inside Out. It's one of those films that will really is very like emotional. Like you'll be like, oh shit, like it's very emotional. But it's a smaller contained story.
Yeah.
But, I can't. It's so good. Honestly, you need to watch it. So good.
I probably will watch it if it's on over Christmas one year, because that's how I watch most movies, honestly.
Okay. You don't have like Netflix or anything or streaming?
No, I don't.
Fair enough.
I have the Pirate Bay and a VPN. No, I'm only joking. My nan has a Netflix and Amazon Prime account. I use those, obviously.
Yeah, I don't actually have any of them myself. My Netflix is my nan's. My Disney Plus is yours, Alex.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, or maybe perhaps when I'm over at my my mum's, if at any point in the next 5 years, because that's when I saw Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the other one, the Mexican one. You know, the one that isn't Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
No idea.
Coco.
Oh, Coco. Oh, yeah, that one.
Coco is so good. I really kind of
reminded me. Quite similar. It reminded me of that quite a lot.
Yeah, it looks it from the poster, because like same sort of part of the world. I really didn't think Coco was gonna. For some reason, I had it in my head that it was a different type of film than what it was. So when I finally saw it, I was amazed.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same with Encanto. I didn't know why I thought I had it in my day like it was going to be a completely different story. But no, I just can't. It's surprising, and it's definitely catered to our generation.
Okay.
Especially like sort of people who grew up with Disney and people who sort of grew up in. It's about kind of sort of generational trauma in a way, like generational family trauma, and just oh my god, it's so good.
Am I going to cry like a baby watching this? Because
you'll cry like a baby, honestly.
Because I mean, Coco is the ugliest I've cried for a while.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And
you see, Encanto just sounds like a place where I'd catch a Pikachu or something. Sorry, I'm gonna hold on to that one for about 2 minutes.
I thought
wait to a nice pause that you two weren't having actual proper deep conversation about. It's like, no, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna ruin it. I'll wait until we've sort of died it down a little bit.
I thought it was going to be a Harry Potter spell joke.
Oh, Encanto.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Okay, it does sound, yeah.
I'm trying to.
No, I just remember Encanto catching myself a Pikachu.
It's the same joke again.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I can't recommend it. It's like my comfort film at the moment. I've seen it twice now, and I think I'm probably going to watch it God knows how many more times.
Now, is that comfort or comfort? Sorry.
The first one, comfort.
Build the comfort. It might put it in a mold, wait for it to solidify.
Yeah.
Anyway,
also, listen to the soundtrack is written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy in Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton
and
Man.
Moana. And yeah, you can tell it's definitely his style, but the songs are stupidly catchy.
What's he been in recently that I saw? Oh yeah, Mary Poppins Returns. I watched that over Christmas.
Oh yeah, he played. Was it Bert? He played in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was really annoyed by the trailer of Mary Poppins Returns because I was like, "What voice are you putting on for Mary Poppins? She didn't talk like that. Have you seen the original film?" But the film was good. I'm pleased to report.
Oh, okay.
I was still annoyed by her voice though. Fuck, what was I about to say? Oh well, can't have been important. All right, I'll stick Encanto on the list. Oh yeah, I saw Spider-Man the second one, Far From Home.
Okay.
because that was on over
What do you
Christmas
think?
as well. It was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I've got. I enjoyed the first. I've got to say, I think.
Maybe no
I was-
spoilers because Ozzy hasn't seen it yet.
Okay, yeah, no. I was never really a fan of Marvel films, to be honest. But I think after, I mean, like I'd watch them. They were good films. I didn't think they were bad or anything. They just weren't kind of up my street that I'd go out of my way for. But I think since things like Guardians of the Galaxy and the other one that was funny, Thor Ragnarok, I think they've pivoted way more towards actually making them like funnier and more like entertainment films that happen to be about superheroes rather than superhero films. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know how accurate that is because I haven't watched all of them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy the newer ones a lot more, and I do go out of my way to see
know what
them
you
now
mean.
if I see that they're on and things like that.
Since they realised that comedy helped with Guardians of the Galaxy, most of the films have had that kind of comedy element to it, even the darker ones. Like, you'd still get moments in, say, Infinity War and Endgame that would make you laugh.
Yeah. Like, I did try to go back and sort of rewatch, like, all the Marvel films. So I hadn't seen them all. I'd only seen sort of the few odd ones. And I watched Captain America, the first one, and I got about an hour in. I was like, I'm so bored.
I'd say personally, yeah, I find Captain America kind of a boring character,
It's
personally.
because we're not American.
Yeah. I just find, but there's, and then, but also I watched, like, I think Thor. That one was really good. But yeah, it's just, I know what you mean. The comedy's definitely helped.
The first Thor film was good. The second one was kind of crap, but Loki was the best part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Was
I
Loki the
think
best
I
part?
started watching it because of Loki.
And then Ragnarok may be one of my favourite Marvel films,
I
possibly.
actually wasn't. It was alright. I wasn't a huge fan of Ragnarok. Like,
Oh,
I loved it.
I think I might have to watch it again.
If we're not including the Loki TV series, it might be. I think Loki's just my favourite character of the
Loki's a cool guy.
universe.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Cool. What else has been going on? The Book of Boba Fett, the Star Wars series, that's on as well. That's quite good so far as well. Give that a shout out.
Amy's been watching that. I haven't watched it.
Although the annoying thing is the theme tune isn't as good as the theme tune to The Mandalorian. So every time I sit down to watch the Book of Boba Fett, I start humming the theme tune to The Mandalorian, and it makes me sad that it's not there. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. The Witcher I've started watching the second series of as well. And that seems to be good so far. I've only seen 2 episodes.
Sorry, Witcher?
Oh, you know that one. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
Oh, actually, we're going to quickly bring you back to
Life.
back to the Marvel Universe a moment.
Oh.
You guys are going to have to start researching the Japanese Spider-Man who's going to appear in the next the Spider-Man multiverse film.
Oh, damn.
Seriously?
No Way Home.
Wait, what?
No, not the
the
live action one.
okay, the yeah.
Oh,
I don't
The
know.
animated
it's the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sequel is going to
Can't believe they
feature the
stole that from me.
Japanese Spider-Man.
What's the sequel called? I can't remember. I saw the trailer for it.
I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what the first one's called now.
Into the Spider-Verse is the first one.
Ah, thank you.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Part
That's
1
like,
and part 2.
Part 1. Yeah.
Jesus, didn't realise that.
Can't wait for this.
Yeah, Spider-Man is rapidly creeping up my. Well, I didn't really have favourite superheroes to begin with, but all the Spider-Man films recently have been really good, so
good.
you can't argue with that.
Amy takes the piss because Spider-Man's like my favourite superhero, and she's like, "But you're terrified of spiders." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a good point."
It's not Man-Spider, it's Spider-Man. That's a big difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
The human spider. Yeah,
Takuya Yamashiro.
Yamashiro. Yeah.
Sorry, I gazumped you.
Okay.
Oh, is it literally the same person?
Oh, wow.
Or is it the
don't
character name that's the same? Oh yeah, it's the character's name. Okay, not the actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got in the 79, 80-year-old
Yeah.
hero to reprise his role from the 70s.
They wheel him in, and he's in one of those chairs like Captain Pike,
Yeah,
but dressed as
literally.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, or like a Davros chair, but with
Yeah.
the spider threads up top.
Bing! I can't remember what noise he made. Was it bing or beep or bang?
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, the Japanese Spider-Man series is actually responsible for giving us giant robots in Japanese franchises.
Oh, wow.
So Spider-Man was technically the first ever tokusatsu person to have a giant robot.
Oh, damn.
And then Super Sentai would later adopt the giant robot concept for their franchise.
Oh, damn. I'm just waiting to see if Pike says anything in this clip I've got open.
Oh, Pike. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it just... Hang on. Boom!
Is it just... Oh, okay.
Boom! Oh, dear. The reason that makes me laugh so much, just for the benefit of the tape, is because I'd seen things taking the mick out of that previously and not known what they were taking the mick out of. So when we actually saw it, it all just fell together, came together. What's the word? You know, the pieces fell into place in my head.
Yeah, the puzzle was finally complete.
Yeah.
You'd had the pieces, you just never finished it.
Yeah, exactly. So it ultra tickled me. It still does to this day. Right, I think that was everything. Oh, I got a new TV, and I misjudged how far apart the feet on the bottom would be and didn't measure them, and so then when I got it, it doesn't fit on my TV unit. So it's just in front of it.
Telling Tilly this in the Minecraft.
And so I need to put it on the wall now, which is what I was planning to do, but I wasn't planning to do it immediately, but I will do it now. And then...
I mean, force you to sort of thing.
Yeah. And then
More incentive.
I went to do the channel tuning, and it didn't have a Freeview receiver, and I was like, what's going on? I googled it, and it turns out Samsung TVs don't have a Freeview app on there anymore. I was like, what? Whoever heard of that? And then I realised that Freeview's old now anyway, so that's probably why. And I thought, oh no, it's fine. I got iPlayer, 4OD, UK TV player. That's pretty much all I watch anyway. And then a couple of days later, I realised that the aerial I'd plugged into the back of it wasn't plugged into the wall, and that's why it wasn't working.
Oh.
Do you know what? When I plugged the aerial into the socket on the wall, it worked.
I
got all the Freeview channels. It's funny that. Yeah.
At least you didn't go online, buy yourself an LG TV
like a
Freeview
tuner
adapter,
box. Yeah.
Tuner thing.
Because I almost did, and then I thought, do you know what? I'll just do without for now, and if I need one later, I can save up a bit or whatever. But it's a good job I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's my Christian's tech tip. If you want to receive the Freeview signal, plug the aerial in.
Yeah, make sure everything's plugged in. Yeah.
Cool. That's all my biscuits. Any other biscuits?
I don't.
Nope.
Think. Not looking like it. No.
Oh, I like it. See if we've got any emails.
Oh,
Probably
you got yourself a new router. I don't know if we've thrown that in the podcast.
Oh yeah,
I got mentioned the old bad one before.
The old bad one, yeah. The bad one, which I temporarily fixed by waiting for the new router to arrive by just unplugging it every night after it killed 2 of my spare plugs. I realised it was obviously just not a good system anymore. So unplugging it every night fixed it, and then plugging it back in. It worked for a day. Yeah, the new one's arrived. It's the newest version of the hub as well, which is very nice. And it's got, instead of me having to poke, because to turn it off, I used to have to, my old one, I had to poke a pen into the hole where the button used to be.
Oh.
Which is why I never used to switch it off regularly. But now I've put the plug somewhere more accessible and I unplugged it. But the new one has a switch on the back. So I'd be very impressed if I managed to break that off at any point. So it means it's really easy just to switch it off every night, as God intended. So thanks, Richard Branson, for my new router. Really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, he personally sent it to you.
Yeah. He he offered me a choice. He said, look, I can either offer you a flight on one of my spaceships that tends to explode every now and then, or a new router. And I was like, look, mate, I'm saving up for the SpaceX trip to Mars, so I'll have the router. Thanks for the offer, though. Here we are. We've got no...
no one loves us.
Just a load of, like... we want to... we've got this offer for you that they clearly just sent out to 1 billion people because it's nothing to do with my channel. When it's an email that's about, like, a strategy game, I can understand that they might have actually been a bit, targeted, if you see what I mean. But it's mainly not that. Cryptocurrency. Someone who claims to be from Raid Shadow Legends with the email address at sesnam.cz. Yeah, sure.
But what does Nam say?
I've got an email from the GIMP dev family. I'll just file that away for later. No, nothing genuine in there. Just a load of spam. But you can email us. Here's some emails that are really from me. I changed some of my roles and responsibilities in my brand account and my secret YouTube channel. I'm transferring to another account. Anyway, yes, you can email us, contact@invisibletower.net. You leave a comment or shout into the nameless void and we will hear you.
Visit my neck of the woods. I've got shit.
Sorry, yeah. So that's TS Reactions.
Yeah.
And we collaborate.
Alex doesn't have a neck of the woods.
No.
I'm in your neck of the woods, basically.
Alex comes over my way.
You live in a little hut that hops around on chicken legs.
We still need to somehow do a tri-beam connection at some point and have all three of us doing something.
That's like a Death Star or something, but beams coming together.
Yeah. The Torchwood Earth beam.
Oh yeah.
Harriet Jones beam.
Yeah, the Harriet Jones beam. Yeah. I think that's a scientific name for it.
Yeah. The hostile Harriets.
It's HADS, short for Harriet.
Yeah.
Displaces aliens Jugs. Instead of the Earth. What did you say, sorry?
Harriet Jones Jugs.
The Harriet Jugs.
I was just trying to think of something with a J that kind of represents beams, but I couldn't.
No. Anyway. Harriet Jogress.
Harriet's Hell.
Oh. Yes, we do. We'll arrange that another time. So, God willing, next week we should have a podcast.
Aye.
Which you may or may not get.
Wait, next week?
Well, yeah, but there are other days in the week, Alex.
No, because it's my birthday thing next week, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you say we weren't having a podcast, or we are?
I said, God willing, we may still have a podcast.
We may still have.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to arrange it for a different day, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking about I was like, wait. But cool.
We'll do the Thursday or something possibly.
Yeah. It might be a day late if I can't be arsed the day after our get together.
What I was gonna say is this get together a drinks get together or?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Friends who get together drink together.
Just so I know to bring some.
Yeah. I've
got leftovers from New Year, so I'll just bring them.
Nice.
So, thanks for listening,
anyway.
everyone.
Sorry.
We will speak to you.
Always time for drinking time.
I still want to get into our plans of what time and how we're getting there and all that sort of stuff before doing the outro.
Before we get into them, fair enough. Wrap your shit up. Let's go.
Okay, I've had a little poo. I'll wrap it up and you can inspect it later see if there's any sweet corn in there from the pot noodle I had earlier. Bisto. Anyway, on that bombshell, go away.